Greetings metal community, it's Roger back with another video. This is the fourth video of 2020 releases. I have a ton of stuff to show you, so I'm gonna go through it pretty quick. In the background is one of them. It's Poland's Conquest icon with the album Empire of the Worm. This is great old school US death metal worship. Morbid Angel and special D side. The vocalist has a very, the same evil approach to it as Glenn Benton. It's not as deep, but he has the same kind of technique to sing, and it's just a fucking great album. So if you love that type of death metal, do check this out. Then we are going to Greece and the Death Courier. It's another of this Transcending Obscurity fold-out stuff that they always do. This is old school death metal, pretty good, solid stuff. Nothing much to say about it anyway. So. The third one is take it out so we can take it. It's Göden. I don't know if this was recorded for a 2020 release, but it was released on Svart Records on 2020. I thick booklet. There's a lot of songs, long songs and long lyrics, of course. Göden is the two of the members of Winter. Started this band after Winter got shut down in a way. Steven Flem and Tony Pinissi or something. You have the guitar tone of Winter here, but it's not so much Winter. There are of course elements of Winter here, but very varied record. It's too long for my taste, but it's a lot of good stuff here, so check it out. If you like Winter, you can check it out, because as I said, the guitar tone is pretty much like it, and it's slow, doomy, deathish music, so check it out. Then we are going to Invincible Force from Chile. This record as well was recorded, I think, in 2017, but was released through Dark Descent last year. Great, Chilean thrashy death with black metal elements. Great release. Invincible Force. And the title is Decomposed Sacramentum. Then we're going to Sweden with the Desolator. Desolator. I tend to say this as I do in Norwegian. Sermon of the Apathy. Great Swedish death metal. Might have been, I like the previous album better, but this is kind of a grower. So if you like Swedish death metal, I'm sure you like this one. Then we are going to the Netherlands, I think. If I can get the booklet out. Graceless. Great death metal band. Where Vultures Know Your Name. Again, this is a Dutch death metal. Great stuff. Don't gonna say much about it. Then we are going to Cryptic Shifts. I think they're from England. This is a spacey, technical death metal with thrash elements. a long album, and you know, you have to like technical stuff to enjoy this album for sure. So if you're into more primitive death metal, I don't think you will enjoy this. But a great album. And the title is Visitation from the Enceladus. Let me see. Nah, didn't focus. Good stuff. And then we are going to US, I believe, with Cemetery Filth. Old school US death metal. Great album. Just check it out. Solid album. And that was the CDs for today. Going over to a bunch of vinyl. This first one is been talked a lot about. Of course, it's Necrot. Great album. It took me a couple of spins before this one got me hooked, but and I've seen people say that this was slightly boring. To those people, I would say just listen to it a couple of more times, because there's a lot of good riffs in there. Again, old school US death metal. Great release, and a very cool cover. Necrot, and the title is Mortal, of course. Then we are going to Norway and the Deviant. This is their third album. Their first album came out in 2005, I do believe. You know, lyrics. This is kind of it's death metal, but the vocalists are more towards black metal, I would say. But tons of great riffs there. The previous album came out in 2018. I think it was pretty overlooked, and probably this as well. But this is great death metal. A ton of catchy riff, and I enjoy it a lot. So do check that out. Then we're going to France and Necrowretch with one of the most disappointing covers last year. I mean, Necrowretch has always had great covers. You know, in the old school vein, they play old school kind of vicious death metal, and this cover doesn't do the music justice at all. So, but a great album. I prefer the previous one from Necrowretch, but the ones from Hell is it's not as good. I don't know if it has to do with the cover, or it kind of, I don't know. It's just, but it's still a great release. Don't get me wrong, but if you're a fan of them, I'm sure you would like it. But the previous one was slightly better, and stop using stuff like that on death metal covers. It doesn't fit at all. So that was the rant for today. And then we are going to Netherlands again, and this one should have been on my second video. Illuminati with Dethroned. You know, this band has been around for ages. More of a slightly melodic death metal approach to it. Great stuff. Again, from Dethroned, they have a pretty consistent quality in their releases. I'm sure most of you guys have heard about this band, so and probably checked it out already. So then we're going to something weird black metal, I would say. Germany, Khthoniik, Cerviiks, and a declaration of the 8th Equus Young Paradigms. bands here. I mean, they just call the album that. And don't know what it means. This is very weird black metal, all sorts of things going on here. If you're looking for something unique in black metal, try this one out. It's yeah, it's just weird but cool. I like it, and you need to spin it a couple of times before you can understand what they're doing. But yeah, cool stuff. Then we are going to Sweden with some old school Swedish sounding death metal. One of the better bands doing this. It's Misanthropic Breed. Yeah, just old school Swedish death metal, like you like it. If you like that kind of music, you sure will like this band, because as I said, for me this is one of the better ones to do old school Swedish death metal. And pretty cool covers. Then we are going to Poland with Osh Magna Umbra. Cool cover. Black metal, slightly towards the primitive side in a way, but also very cool backside on it. The album title I will not try to read because my eyes are not as good as they used to be. Just check it out if you haven't heard this band. Pretty good quality black metal. Then we're going to Germany. Archaic Tone with Eradication. Cool death metal. It's just, yeah, it's good, great death metal. Kind in the, as most of the bands know, in the have the old school way to it. So with this next one, Abrupt Demise with a Pleasure to Kill and Grind. This band is from Netherlands, and you can hear it. It has some aspects, soul burn, sinister to it, but not like copying any of those bands, and add the right type of cover for the music. It's not as gory as the cover portrays, but good stuff. Then we are going to Butcher, and the album title I can't remember. No, this is speedy thrash, very cool stuff, high pitching vocals, and a wild vocalist, to be honest. Cool cover. Initially I thought this was a fucking brilliant album, but when I pulled it out a couple of months later, it was still good, but it was not as instantly good as I thought it was when I heard it first time. But it's still a very good album, but it kind of didn't hold the quality for me. I know there's a lot of fans out there who love this album, and I understand it, but it kind of, yeah. Then we are going to Cinnabar from Finland. Obsidian Daggers and Cinnabar Skulls. And yeah, there's lyrics here and the logo there. Great kind of doomy death metal. I would say towards maybe Lantern in a way, and you have some Necros Crystals, especially in the vocal section. Great album, and a very cool cover as well, so check that one out if you have time and want to. And then we are going on to Contrarian, US band, I do believe. Only time will tell. You know, this is technical death metal kind of. You know, you hear the old or the last death albums in here, but hold it up proper. Very organic drumming here, and you don't have this triggered speedy drums on it, which a lot of the technical death metal bands have. So luckily this was on a color vinyl, so I can show you. They did only release it on this spacey, lovely color. I don't know if you can see the pink and blue and more pink. Probably not going to show on the camera as good. But yeah, for me this is an album that I played a lot. I'm a big fan of Contrarian, and I like it when technical death metal have this, you know, and cool drumming, you know, not too speedy, variated drumming, and they're great musicians, so the riffs are cool as hell. The only thing I have to say about this is that the vocals are a little bit flat in a way in the production. So, but apart from that, this is an excellent technical death metal album. Then we are going back to, I believe, Finland. Decaying. I always feel this is more towards the Dutch scene. You know, the Netherlands bands, in a way. Slightly also Bowl Thrower, very cool cover. It's black vinyl and you have the lyrics. So you know, if you like that kind of death metal, this is it's a pretty decent band. So yeah, nothing much to say about this either. So as I said before, I'm not going to talk too much about this because there's too much to show. Then we have one very cool doomy death funeral reach, death meditation, and this album is just fucking awesome. If you like this slow doomier death metal, it's mixed perfectly for that kind of music. Kind of a slightly occult feel to it, but you see the guys there. Yeah, just one of. This could easily have been in my, at least in my top 20 this year. But I ordered it pretty early and forgot it. I got the digital on it, and then I suddenly realized I didn't have ordered a physical copy. So I did get this 3 months ago or something. So. Kind of a 2021 release for me, but a great doomy death metal if you like that sort of stuff. Then we are going to Faceless Burial and the Inspiration. Yeah, this is also old school death metal. They are from Australia, I think, and they have a you know, big booklets, some cool artwork inside, and it's kind of yeah, old Morbid Angel and Incantation, stuff like that. The first song actually reminds me a little bit about Blood Incantation, but I don't think they are there with the song structure. So just a heavy, great album. Variated in tempo, death metal, so very good. Then we are going back to Finland. There was a lot of Finnish releases here. Porphyria with In the Eye of Nothing. A great old school death metal release as well. You know, that's a lot of the stuff I show is black vinyl with this lyric sheet. And yeah, it's just a great album. So if you're into death metal, I'm sure you have heard it. So great stuff from Finland. Then we are going to Darkened, Kingdom of Decay. This is a, I see some Swedish name here, but some English names, I don't know, England, Sweden, US, I don't know. It's an international band. Great stuff. I think this was a limited collector's item, so I can pull it out so you can see it for yourself. You know, I'm not fond of splatters, but there's only 100 copies of this, so it's okay. It's at least very limited, so that weighs up for the color. Again, old school death metal. I'm not gonna draw any Swedish, or of course they sound a bit Swedish. There are Swedes in the band. So. Kingdom of Decay. Great release. Then we are going to a bit more murkier and you know, from Costa Rica, Bloodsoaked Necrowretch. This is a little bit murkier, great kind of brutal death metal, but not in the term of brutal death metal. Cool stuff. Very dark sounding lyric sheets, and I do believe there was a poster which I'm not going to show you. So if you like that murky kind of a cavernous vocal, this is absolutely something you need to check out. Blood-Soaked Necrowretch. So, speeding through this, we are going to Exhumation with 11th Formula. This is a band from, I would say, Indonesia, I do believe. I think it's Indonesia. It's one of the rare occasions that I have a band from Indonesia. This is kind of a occult black metal with death metal elements in it. The vocals is pretty special here. Kind of a variated vocal, but yeah, not the typical black metal vocals for sure. So you check it out. And then we are going to Sweden again with Head of the Demon. And this is Deadly Black Doom, which is describing the music pretty well. The music is more doom, but the vocals are more towards the death scene, but yeah, very dry sound on the guitars and everything, so it's not doomy death, it's doom with death elements, and have a pretty unique style, I think. There's a lyric sheet with a picture here. Don't know what that is all about, but probably something to do with the lyrics. Haven't read the lyrics yet, so but if you're looking for something out of the normal, this is pretty good. It's, if you like doom metal but want some more harsher vocals, this is absolutely a band to check out. And there was also a Flector, a guitar pick, or whatever you call it. We call it Flector. And then finally we're going back to Australia with Earth Rot's Black Tides of Obscurity. This is a mishmash of styles, black metal, definitely thrash metal and some death metal. Very cool cover and a great album. Haven't seen many talk about this, don't know why, because I do believe they should have been its own season of Mist, so, but maybe I just haven't watched the right channels. If you like a kind of a mishmash of styles, this is definitely something to check out. You know, embossed logo there. A great album with a lot of variation. You know, and the riffs part here are very cool, especially the thrash riffs are great stuff. So do check it out. It's first pressing on black vinyl, 270 copies. So yeah, that was all for this video. There will be more, maybe one more of this 2020 releases. I haven't decided yet, but the next one will probably be a collection update. Got a bunch of stuff in the mail the last couple of days, so I'm going to show them, and then we'll see if I will make another 2020 video. But until then, be sure.